Today we'll be doing a how-to video on the oil change for a GMC Sierra 1500. This is the work truck edition, but they should all be about the same. First thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and jack the truck up. I've got the jack positioned here. I found it's easier to do on the driver's side in order to get to the oil plug and get the drain pan and everything underneath there where it needs to go. And you're going to want to be sure to do it on the frame. That's this solid piece that runs basically the full length of the truck, holds it all together. So I've gotten on underneath the truck on my creeper. I apologize for not being able to do a better shot of this, but once you get underneath the truck you really don't have that much workable space. So I've got the oil drain plug. It's this bolt. It's lined basically directly underneath the oil filter, which is the blue thing up there you see. It's a 13 millimeter is the bolt head size, and you'll go ahead and get your oil pan, your drain pan, underneath the truck to where you get it in, so the oil drains out into it once you undo the plug. And once you get that off there, your oil will be draining out, and you can go ahead and take the oil filter off as well, which I'll demonstrate in just one second. But where I'm at just in relation to the truck is you've got the front axle is going to be just a few inches in front of where I am right now looking up. I've got the oil plug removed. Oil is draining out now into the pan here. You want to be careful when you do it. You'll loosen the bolt off the oil drain plug with your 13 millimeter wrench or ratchet. Ratchet's much easier. And so I'll remove the oil drain plug, that 13 millimeter bolt I was talking about. Oil is finishing up draining into the pan here. One thing to note, whenever you do take the oil drain plug out, you want to be careful. Your oil will come shooting out pretty quick at first, so have the pan pulled back farther than you think it needs to be probably, and hold pressure against the oil drain plug as you're removing it up until the last thread is out. You can kind of start to see oil trickle down a little bit, and you can quickly remove it, and you should keep your hands pretty clean. Then if you've got the pan positioned correctly, you won't have a big mess in your garage. I've gone ahead and re-put the drain plug in just a little bit there to keep the oil from dripping all over me as I'm taking the filter off. But I will go ahead and take the plug back out to let it continue draining out the rest of the way. The little bit of drip it had still, once I get the filter off and out of the way. Some of the time you'll run into a filter that's been over tightened, and it can be a serious pain to get off. They do make oil filter wrenches, which I have handy if I need, but I think I'll be able to get this one off since I put it on there appropriately last time. Just reach up here, turn counterclockwise, and yes, this is going to come off. And I'm going to shut the video off for a second while I do this so I don't get the oil all over the phone. This is my new oil filter I'm about to put on the vehicle. It's two things to check for sure. A is going to be checking to make sure that your model number, the PF47E on this one, is the same as the previous one you had on. If it's not, obviously you're going to have a problem there. The other thing to check is to make sure that black ring, that O-ring around there, actually came off on the previous oil filter. If it happened to stay attached up there, come loose from the oil filter and remain with the truck, when you went to put this new one on, you wouldn't get a tight seal and you'd lose oil as you're driving down the road. The engine was going to end up burning up. Just for the sake of, since you just took the old one off and really there's not much room underneath there, like I said, to shoot a video, I'm just going to describe putting the new oil filter on. As you can see, this tells you to go ahead and get it hand tight basically, and then 3/4 of a turn more. That's the appropriate torque that you need to put on it. I'm going to go ahead and do that and then pop back up and put the oil in the truck. Okay, so now I've got the SAE 5W30 oil. We're going to go ahead and put it in the oil cap, which is right there. Go ahead and remove this. little cheat sheet note that they put on the oil cap is the 5W30. That way you don't get the wrong stuff put in there. So once I get this removed, I'll start putting the oil in. It is at the back, so it's not the easiest thing to do, so go ahead and use my funnel that I've got here. Last order of business after you let the jack down, go ahead and get in the truck and turn the key to the on position. Don't turn the truck on, just turn the key over to the second click. With this display, press the gas 3 times, the accelerator 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you should see the display change. You can click over and find 100% oil life remaining. This will not reset itself, so you have to do that just the way I just displayed. Thanks.